Welcome to the Obsidia Podcast.
All right, welcome back to the Obsidia Podcast. I'm Brian, Matt, Travis, whatever. Travis, you saw 8th grade.
I did see 8th grade finally.
How did you like it?
It sucked.
Okay. And that's the end of the podcast, everybody. If you
Travis
see
is
Travis
now
on
going
the
to be
news,
stabbed.
yeah, Travis is dead. Seriously though, how'd you like it?
I did. I really enjoyed it. It was pretty great. It was. I wouldn't say it's could have been my favorite movie of the year, but it's definitely up there. Like I really enjoyed it.
Is this the third episode in a row that we're talking about 8th grade?
I think so.
I think I just yelled about it in the last one. I don't know if we did it in the one before that.
I don't know. All I know is that you talked about it in the one where we were downstairs in your basement.
Yes, that was the
which
last
was really
one.
creepy.
Yeah,
Let's
that
never
was
do that
last time.
again.
That was a great space. I really enjoyed that one actually. I wish we could do that more.
Fair enough.
But yeah, 8th grade was good.
True.
That's the sum of that.
The sum
I'm
of
sorry,
that.
Matt.
Do you want to
I
talk
still
about
haven't seen it.
spoilers?
Yeah. Well, avoid spoilers because Matt hasn't seen it. But
Unless Matt doesn't care about
No, I
spoilers.
don't care. Whatever, dude. Full spoiler cast. Let's go.
full spoiler cast.
All right.
Might as well, dude.
All right. Yeah. Fuck it.
Spoiler alert. We are
Spoiler
going to be
alert for
spoiling 8th
grade.
grade for everybody.
Yep. 8th grade is going to be spoiled today. I don't know, man. There's just Bo Burnham did something with that movie. He just
I mean, yeah, most people do something.
he did something that I've never seen before.
Yeah. He definitely.
I've never related so much to every situation.
Yeah, I think he definitely captured the essence of what it is to be in 8th grade.
I think he really captured the essence of what it is to be a human being.
That's a very, very high philosophical.
I'm standing by it. This movie, I see a lot of the people that I see talking about it are talking about the fact that he accurately portrayed an 8th grader. You know, someone who's in 8th grade, a teen girl in 8th grade specifically. But I feel like it's way more than that.
Yeah.
I feel like the situations that she's put in, nothing extravagant happens to her. She's not abducted by aliens. She doesn't kill anybody. This isn't a telling of age story with a twist. This is just a telling of age story from a realistic perspective, but amplified to 11. Every situation that this girl is in feels like... One thing that I liked that Bo Burnham said was that 8th graders or teenagers in general, everything feels like life or death. He nails that.
Yeah.
Everything in this movie feels like life or death. When she goes into the house for the pool party and she goes into the bathroom, you could feel the anxiety.
Yeah, even when she's approaching the house and the music is playing and it's all in slow-mo, that little bit of slow-mo added so much dramatic effect to it that it felt like she was contemplating death at that moment.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and we could. I want to actually get to that a bit later. The car scene, but just everything else. When she's in the mall with her friends, you felt it.
Yeah.
That character that he wrote for Olivia, amazing character. I think everybody has to know someone like that.
Yeah.
When you were in middle school, you knew that girl.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Your high school friend that was the cool high school
your
friend.
senior friend who was super nice and super excited and thought you were really cool and and then even her friends, those were people that you knew.
Yeah.
They did such a good job at making it feel so authentic. It's insane how authentic this movie felt.
Authentic is a great word.
I
think
saw a
word.
review. I was going through the Rotten Tomatoes reviews, and I saw it was a review that was listed as rotten. So and there was only 5 of them. So I was all right, I'll go through the list and see what these people have to say. And this review, I think, was incorrectly identified as rotten. And why I think this is, I read the review, the entire review, and basically the review is it was a female who reviewed it, and she said that she was disgusted by how realistic this film was, that she couldn't stomach it. And she even criticized herself. She said, well, maybe it's just me that's, getting, too sensitive about these topics and whatnot. But she didn't say anything negative about the film. She said the film was too realistic. Like it was pretty much too well done.
Yeah.
Like they hit their point too well.
Yeah.
And that was the problem. And I don't think that's a negative review at all.
No, I just
Like I think that was taken out of context by Rotten Tomatoes, however they determined what's a positive and negative review.
Well, I'm pretty sure they determine it by the actual review itself.
Well, there's no score. Like it wasn't a scored review. It was just.
Well, I think that when they submit it to Rotten
paragraphs.
Tomatoes, they have to score it.
Well, it wasn't submitted to Rotten Tomatoes. It was on her website. Like the way that Rotten Tomatoes works is they just take a bunch of reviewers.
Yeah, but is it Rotten Tomatoes that does it, or
Yes.
is it the reviewers that submit?
No, it's not a submitted thing. They take from sites and they categorize the review by good or bad.
Yeah.
And then that determines the Rotten
But I guess
Tomatoes
that
score.
since she said that she hated it, it technically counts as her hating the movie.
I don't know. I feel like that's where there's like a gray line between what's a good and bad review.
Yeah.
You know, if a film is supposed to do something and it does it, and you don't like it because it does it too well, is that still a negative review?
I mean, it's a
You know what
negative
I
review
mean?
on the part of the reviewer,
But-
maybe not on the part of the film.
But when you convert that to numbers, that's still a negative. That still brings it down one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Which I don't think is fair. I think that kind of review is different than like, oh, this movie sucks, bad acting. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
there's a solid difference between those two types of things, and I just don't think that. I think that's the problem that you run into when you start grading movie reviews based on positive or negative and then converting that to a number.
Yeah.
Like there's so much more that needs to be talked about.
Right.
I don't think that translates very well to just a solid number. You know what I mean?
But I can agree with that.
That's an issue that I've always had with Rotten
What do
Tomatoes.
you think of, Matt? What do you think of that?
Sounds good to me.
How do you feel about Rotten Tomatoes reviews?
Oh, it's garbage. I don't like Rotten Tomatoes at all anymore.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like they're really, really like...
Keep in mind, Rotten Tomatoes doesn't review films.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the... I feel like the algorithm they use is pretty bad, in a sense.
Yeah.
Do they though? So I mean I'm not an expert on how the Rotten Tomatoes process is, but if they look at a review and they determine if it's positive or negative, then I mean when it comes to the interview the review that I brought up, I think that would probably be like a what's the word I'm thinking of? It would be an opinion at that point.
I guess, yeah.
And that, you know, if somebody reads that and they're like, well, okay, well, I think this is a negative review, that's their opinion. So it's still, Rotten Tomatoes is still having some influence on the review itself.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
And if people don't go through and actually click to view the full review, they're not going to get all of that.
Most people don't.
And I think that's another problem when it comes to compiling reviews like that. Like, a lot of stuff gets overshadowed. You know, people just focus on the number. They don't look at the actual details.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think that we're going to jump into some political stuff here. I feel like that is a similar thing to, like, headline news. Like, people who just read headlines and don't actually dive into the article.
Yeah.
I think it's a very similar problem.
You're right. And I think that was a huge problem I had with Get Out. Well, the review for Get Out.
Yeah.
Get Out was a great movie. I thought it was very, very well done. It was just a super well done, great movie. And pretty much everyone agreed with me. It was like it had like 100% on Rotten Tomatoes for 2-3 weeks, something like that.
Everybody liked the movie except for Pedro.
Except for Pedro.
Wait, how did Pedro not like that movie?
I don't know, man.
It's a running
Because
joke.
it portrayed white people in a bad light, I think, according to Pedro, which it didn't at all. But you know,
It's just a running joke.
it's just a
Pedro said something out of context, and everybody just hammers him for it.
Yeah.
Nice.
Anyway, but then like 2 weeks after that, the Rotten Tomatoes score went down to 99%. And I looked, and I actually like looked to see like what happened, and it was one review, like one single negative review,
Yeah.
that brought it down to 99.
Oh, I saw the articles. It was like, asshole ruins 100% score with stupid review or something.
Yeah.
Like,
And
I've seen that.
The review was basically just a political statement.
Yeah.
It had nothing to do with the film itself. It was literally just a political statement.
Yeah. That's the thing about those scores is, like, they're not concrete.
Right.
Like, they're not an indicator of whether or not a movie is good. They're an indicator on whether or not popular critics like the film.
Right. Which, yes or no? Like, I mean, if you follow critics, then critics are hired to do it. Like, they know what they're talking about when they talk about a good film. However, there is some flaw to it. I think that Rotten Tomato scores are a good guideline, but they're definitely not an end-all be-all.
I think the issue is people don't know what Rotten Tomato scores actually are.
Yeah.
Like, people will look at it and say, like, oh, that's the average of, like, a rating system or something like that. But it's not. It's just an average of good or bad reviews.
Right.
So, like, a movie could have 30%. It just means 30% of the people that reviewed the movie liked it.
Right.
You know, and then 70 didn't like it. That's not an indicator on whether or not the movie is good or bad.
Right.
Like, because people still liked it, so there has to be some redeemable qualities. You know what I mean? If a movie is, like, absolute trash, then it should have a 0. You know, if it's complete garbage, then nobody will like it as a 0.
Yeah, but I mean,
And that's when you get to, like, the
it's
objectivity
also a majority
of art.
complex more than anything too, because like, if a majority of people like it, then it's obviously not obviously, but like probably a good film. If less than a majority of people liked it, then it's probably not that good of a film.
It depends on why they liked it.
Right, which is also another factor.
Hey, Travis, what do you think of the Transformers movies?
Take them or leave them. I don't really. I still see every single one of those in theaters.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You're getting held hostage by the Transformers movies,
Yeah,
my man.
I
I will
couldn't-
see every single one of those because those films will not beat me. Like, I will see every single one.
But then they are winning.
No, they are not winning. They haven't beat me yet.
All right.
But
I'm trying to think of a word. So there's something being objective, and what's the other
Subjective.
one? Subjective. That's the word I meant to say.
objective review versus subjective review.
Subjective. Yes, that's
review.
what I meant to say.
No, I kind of agree. Like, but I still think that Rotten Tomatoes acts as a good guideline with whether or not you'll like the film, because if a majority of people like the film, chances are you'll probably like it as well.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that, like, stop reviewing movies or stop reviewing things. Like, I think that when it comes to certain films that have, like, a certain style or a certain, like, you know, something that they're trying to get across, and maybe it's not, like, a popular thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if a style is very weird and most people don't like it, then I feel like if a movie has bad reviews on Rotten Tomatoes, a lot of people will look at that and be like, oh, I'm not even going to give the movie a chance.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No,
That's
you're
the
right.
kind of
And
stuff I don't like.
It definitely hurts box office too, which is the worst.
Yeah, it has a
That's the
huge
worst
indicator. It has a huge impact
Yeah.
on box office.
Right.
Like, the amount of times that even within our friend group, you know, we'll be talking about what movies to see, and then we'll be like, oh, let's see this movie. I'll know it has like a 20% or something like that.
Mhm.
Like, it completely turns us away from the film.
Yeah. That's like when we went to the dollar store and I found, what was that movie?
Oh, it was
With Ron
Moonwalkers.
Perlman and Rupert Grint.
I think it was called Moonwalkers or something.
Moonwalkers, yeah. I heard from people it was a good movie, so I was like, I'm gonna pick this up because it's $1,
Yeah.
and why not? But then I put it back because I saw it had like a 30%.
Yeah, I mean, but you might have enjoyed it.
I might have enjoyed it, yeah, and I'll never know now because I didn't get it.
Yeah.
Bought Danny Phantom that day. It was a good time.
Well,
Dude, I have like so much to say this podcast. I'm just sitting here
I mean, to be
talking
honest,
my jaw off.
let's talk a little bit about Danny Phantom for a second. Danny Phantom was a great show. Like, Danny Phantom was a really good show.
It really was.
However, Bush Hartman, fucking asshole.
I disagree. I think Butch Hartman's fine.
No, he's a dick. He's like literally a dick.
I mean, he could say some dickish things. I don't know. I've never seen him say anything like terrible.
I mean, he literally like criticized people for criticizing him.
Yeah, but like, fuck those people. Like, were their criticisms even valid?
Yes.
Were they?
Yeah, he
What were the criticisms?
basically scammed a bunch of people on Patreon or Kickstarter.
How?
He started a Kickstarter for this like a TV channel, like a Cartoon Network type thing,
Okay.
and he literally just used them, like took the money and like ran.
He's not running very far. He's on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like,
But
he's
still.
not off the grid.
But
Like,
still.
hey, give us our money. He's like, no. That's how it's going to go for whatever long a time they want to bother him for their money back.
I guess.
Yeah. But I don't know. From what I know, he's a dick.
What if, like, how does anybody actually know what happened? Like, how do they know that the money, the Kickstarter was met, obviously, if you got the money?
Yeah.
How does he know, like, stuff didn't fall through with the network? You
I don't know.
maybe
I have
he's still
to
working on
rewatch
it.
the video. It was a while since I watched the video, but like to get on the next podcast, I'll definitely do a little more in depth on it because I
Deeper
know
dive?
what
A deeper dive?
a deeper dive because I know I saw like a Kickstarter video, like a Kickstarter crap video, you know, like that kind of thing.
Kickstarter crap.
You know the iDubbbz Kickstarter
My boy
crap video?
iDubbbz.
Yeah,
Remember
iDubbbz
those?
did a Kickstarter crap on Butch Hartman.
No, he didn't do it on Butch Hartman, but someone else did like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like it's another guy who does like shows off scams and like stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they did one on the Butch Hartman Kickstarter, and it had a lot of valid points in it. I haven't seen it in so long. Like it's been like a month since I've seen it, that I would have to rewatch it to
Yeah.
actually like bring up the points. However, it's funny you mentioned iDubbbz because I had a very interesting night.
I know, you told me.
Yeah, I was up till 6 a.m. watching a lot of content cops, but like the main thing that I was watching for like 3 hours was people's reaction videos to Asian Jake Paul.
Oh my god.
My night was literally just watching Asian Jake Paul over and over again and watching different people react to it.
You probably have that entire song memorized.
I
now.
do, 100%. I could recite it right now if I wanted to. I'm not going to though because it has some touchy words that people don't want to hear. So, but yeah, I only found one good reaction though, surprisingly. Well, two technically, but there's like one like really good one, and there's one that's like okay, and the rest of them are just like them kind of just sitting there like, and then just laugh at like doing like a slight chuckle every like 2 seconds. Can we talk a little bit about how reaction videos are like the worst thing?
So speaking of reaction videos, I watched a video where Bo Burnham and Elsie Fisher reacted to teens reacting to 8th grade.
Yeah.
And it was actually a pretty good video.
Sometimes there are really good reaction videos. However,
Like, I'm not a big fan of the Fine Bros.
Yeah.
But that was a pretty good one.
yeah.
Maybe it's just because it was Bo Burnham and Elsie Fisher. Like they're
Probably. I mean, if you watch it for people you like, then it's a little different. But like,
Yeah.
if you're just watching random people you don't know react, then it's a little stupid. But
unless they start crying over like a movie trailer,
yeah.
like when like Darth Vader was in the.
Oh yeah, like when I love the ones where people haven't seen Empire Strikes Back and don't know the twist, and they're watching it for the first time, and you see their reaction to like the fact that, spoiler alert for a film that came out 30 plus years ago, Darth Vader is Luke Skywalker's father.
I want to know how you don't
Hold
know
on.
that.
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, shit.
Brian.
Damn.
I just want to know how you don't know that as like a fully grown adult.
I mean, there's
And those,
people
like,
that
there are people that
haven't
just
been exposed to it at all.
Yeah, there are people that don't even know what Star Wars is. Well, I mean, it's not like they don't
But
know
you
what Star
have
Wars
people
is.
walking
but,
around in
like,
T-shirts with Darth Vader on just saying, "I am your father."
Yeah, I mean, like, there's people that have just not been exposed to that. Like,
Yeah.
they see that and they're
Dumbfounds
like,
me.
"What's that? I don't know what that is."
I mean, there's probably people that haven't seen that at all. Like, there's probably people that I know people that have never seen a single Star Wars film. I know
Yeah.
people who have never seen Lord of the Rings.
But at least they know what it is.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like they
But
know
like
the pop
most
the
people
pop culture
know what
references.
Star Wars is, but they don't understand the gist of Star Wars. Like I feel like everyone, if you said Star Wars, they would know. They would immediately just think of Darth Vader's face, but that would be all they know about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it makes sense.
But it's weird to think about because we're so like engulfed in that culture.
Yeah.
So
It's weird to think, like, it's amazing to think that, like, people don't know what Obsidia Studios is.
yeah,
Like,
and
I
then
don't know.
someday, maybe like 4 years in the future, everyone will know. It'll be a household name, and everyone will know.
right? It's just amazing. Like, I walk by people on the street and I'm just like, why aren't you recognizing me from Obsidia Studios?
Wow, Brian, I didn't know your ego inflated that much already.
What? What? I don't know. What do you want me to say? We filmed 8 episodes of Kaiju and Friends in 1 week.
Yeah, but we haven't released any of them.
That's fine.
What do you mean that's
The
fine?
fact that we did it.
Wait,
Like,
it wasn't 8, it was 7.
Whatever. No,
So-
we filmed 9 of them.
Dude, we are infamous for recording stuff and never releasing anything.
That's not true. I release almost everything we record.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
Where's that football documentary?
Listen,
Where's Knock Knock?
Shut up. Nobody knows what that is.
DM me the links for Knock Knock.
Good luck. Yeah, I mean, Knock Knock is all cut together. I just need music and sound effects.
it's
Yeah.
kind of how the football doc is going.
The football doc is all cut together. You just need music and sound effects.
Well, it's getting there.
This documentary is really coming together, dude.
That's like a curse. Like
It
that
is.
is literally a curse for us.
Like this podcast right now, it's really coming
Don't
together.
say it. No.
Oh, our audio just cut off.
Oh God.
Oh no, my mic blew up.
Oh Jesus.
It's like if a ghost like haunts us.
Right.
So what have you guys been playing? Any recent video game binges?
No.
I've just been
I mean,
grinding League.
Overwatch, I guess. I've been playing some Overwatch again. I just really want those Diva skins.
Yeah.
Like, I have 2 left. 2 Diva skins left. I just want them so much.
You been playing as Hammond at all?
Yeah,
The new hero?
actually. Yeah, yeah, it's fun.
Is he
I love
fun?
spinning around and like grappling hook onto something and just like spinning around and knocking people off the map.
Oh yeah, it's because he could basically be a wrecking ball, right?
Yeah, his name is Wrecking Ball.
Right.
Let's actually dial back a bit though, back to 8th grade, because I feel like we didn't finish that.
I mean, we didn't really. Yeah, we could dial back, sure.
That car scene though.
Oh yeah, we did want to talk about that. That was the thing.
What the fuck, Bo Burnham? I couldn't breathe the entire time
Yeah.
until she walked in her door, and then when she walked in her door, I started crying. So it was 5 minutes of me not being able to breathe, and then like 30 minutes of crying. Then I left the theater and I cried again.
Wow, Brian.
It was an emotional film.
True. Did you see that? You were the one that showed me that tweet of the girl who just said "fuck you, Bo Burnham," and it was just her
It
crying.
was just her sobbing on
Yeah.
the way home. Yeah.
Amazing. No, it was a great movie, and I would say that at least
For people that are like, what are you guys talking about? If you've seen the movie, you know about the scene when they're in the car. And it's just this very intense moment of like just silence and just raw emotion.
yeah, and her just being awkward as fuck
And
because she doesn't know how to handle the situation.
extremely uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Matt, for you, because you don't know, do you want to see it, or do you want us to just ruin like the most intense part of the film?
Just ruin it for the viewers.
Okay, so she's hanging out with these high school students.
Okay.
And she has like this cool high school friend that we talked about, like we mentioned that character.
And then
Yeah.
her friends.
And they, they went to the mall, and something happened with her dad at the mall, so she got a ride home with her friends. And they dropped off. They dropped everybody off, and it was just this guy that she had talked to while they were there, like this like nice quiet guy, and then Kayla, the character, was in the back seat. And he was like, it's kind of hard to talk to you when you're in the back seat. So he's like, oh, should I move up the front? He's like, no, hold on. And they pull off on the side of the road, and he gets in the back. And like as soon as he like gets in the back, it's just like that's when it starts. And I'm just like, oh my god,
Oh Jesus.
what is gonna happen? And he's like, you want to play Truth or Dare? And it's like it just keeps building and building.
Yeah.
And then like he takes his shirt off. He's like, take your shirt off. And she's like, I'm not really comfortable with that. And then I'm getting chills now just talking about it. And then and she's like, no. And then he's like, take your shirt off. And then she just screams no. And he's like, fine. And then the entire ride home, he's like guilt tripping her, saying like her first hookup is going to be with an asshole, and like making it seem like he was doing it for her, like that sort of thing. And then she gets into her house, and it's just completely silent. Like there's no music, nothing. She walks up the stairs, she slams her door, and it's just completely silent. And they do this thing in the film every once in a while where you'll hear 3 beeps, and then she'll start like her video, like she does YouTube videos. And she starts talking about how she's done making videos now.
Yeah.
And like how she's like lying in all these videos, and how she's not like as confident she says she is, and she's giving advice that she can't take. And it's basically her breaking point.
Yeah.
And like I don't know, it just fucking got to me.
Yeah.
It was so well
it would
done.
too, like because like I feel like everyone's had like a moment like that, or
Yeah.
something along that line.
Oh, of course. And it's just so well done.
Yeah.
And like the scene after where she's sitting at the fireplace with her dad.
Yeah. How about
And,
her
like-
dad though? He was like the real MVP of the movie. Like I felt so bad
Yeah.
for him like half the movie, and the other half I was like, you go, dad.
Every character in this film is so well written.
Yeah. I think it was so funny the moments with when she sees the guy and just the techno music plays.
Oh my god, yeah. Like there's like I don't know even how to explain it. It's just so good.
Yeah. It's just great.
It's so funny at the same time. Like
But it's
movie,
also so serious. Like
I can't. Yeah.
Bo Burnham does a great job like balancing that though. Like I've always noticed, like even with his comedy, like you'll notice like he does these really funny songs, but they always have like some awesome lesson in it, like some kind of awesome
like, deep meaning.
message.
Oh yeah, he's a very smart guy.
Like he's a genius.
I don't know if I go that.
There's a
far.
fine line between genius and insane, and I'm
Alright.
pretty sure he walks it.
Yeah, I would say that.
A lot like iDubbbz.
Well, so another thing I wanted to talk about was you threw me off with that iDubbbz comment because you're kind of right. But another thing I wanted to talk about was Bo Burnham retweeted somebody on Twitter. That's because that's where you retweet people.
Yeah, 'cause
and
that's a tweet. That's a tweeter thing.
Yeah, and it was this girl, and her name was her like internet name was Shady Sadie, and she is a YouTuber, like a very small YouTuber.
Yeah,
and she had seen 8th Grade because she was a big Bo Burnham fan. She had seen 8th Grade, and she had tweeted this video at him that she had recorded a couple of years ago, and she was Kayla.
yeah.
Like, this video is the most wholesome thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
Oh my god.
It's like her in, like, basically like how Kayla would talk about, like, you know, confidence and that kind of thing. It was her giving advice. And it was like this beautiful video. And Bo Burnham retweeted it and was like, this is beautiful. So that's how everybody saw it, of course.
Yeah.
So I, like, checked her out. I checked out her YouTube videos. Like, she's just this nice person. Just making videos, like, doing what she wants to do. And I thought a lot about when Bo Burnham was on the H3 podcast. He talked about how one thing that he does a lot in his spare time is he'll go and he'll watch smaller YouTubers.
Yeah.
He watched, like, well, Report of the Week isn't as small anymore, but, like, that's one of his favorite YouTubers just because he's so genuine and so, like, you could tell that he's just a genuine, nice person.
Yeah.
And he's just doing this because he wants to.
Right.
And, like, he goes through and he finds all these YouTubers that have that same, you know, genuine feel and just watches all these small YouTubers. And I think that's so great. And that was one of the biggest inspirations for 8th Grade for him was he would watch these small YouTubers and get the character of Kayla.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's really awesome.
So there's just something so great about this film that, like, it does so much. Like, it shows people an accurate representation of what kids are going through in 8th grade right now. That's the surface layer. Mm-hmm. When you start digging deeper into it, it's an accurate portrayal of anxiety. It's an accurate portrayal of, like, YouTubers that don't go viral.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just an accurate portrayal of a genuine human being. And I think that I haven't seen a film recently that's accomplished that much.
I think I could agree with that.
And, like, I rave about it constantly.
Yeah.
I think I post about it on Twitter more than I post about anything else, but it's worthy of it.
Yeah.
Like, it deserves that praise.
That's fair. I'm glad you like it so much, Brian.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me rant and rave.
You're welcome.
All right.
I really enjoyed it too. I don't think I liked it to the level you do, but I did really enjoy it.
I'm always attracted to more indie things.
Yeah.
Like, I've always loved indie short films and, like, indie films and indie music and just
anything indie.
Yeah, but it's not just like it. Just because it's indie doesn't mean I'm gonna like it.
Right.
Like, there's always this sort of genuine, like, real tone when it comes to indie stuff that you don't see in, like, blockbuster movies.
For sure. I agree with that.
And
100%.
I know that, like, blockbuster movies are meant to be, like, to pull in crowds and, you know, to be entertaining and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But there's just something so beautiful about a movie that could accurately depict. We're saying this is the Accurately podcast, apparently.
Yeah.
But there's just something so beautiful about a film that can accurately depict those kind of emotions.
Yeah. Not that there aren't blockbusters that do that.
Yeah.
Because there are some Oscar movies that I think that really pull off an accurate portrayal of just someone.
I don't think Oscar movies can be considered blockbusters.
Some of them are. Some of them definitely are.
Some
If they're by big
There's
studios.
a difference between blockbuster and award-winning.
True.
Some of them could be.
Some of them could be.
But if you look at...
It's not a mutually exclusive term.
I agree. Apparently to the Oscars it is, because they added a new category for popular films.
Which is... Okay. Let's go on do you want to go on a tangent about that? Because I'm about to.
We can. Let me get to my point first, though. There's just something that I don't get from blockbuster films that I get from these other things.
Yeah.
And I think they do a good job at like pulling me in.
Yeah.
And just showing me the feelings that I've had my entire life and showing me that I'm not alone with those.
Yeah.
And I think that's, like, probably what drew me to them the most.
I feel like that's why you just recently went on a YouTube short film binge as well.
Yeah, I do that every once in a while.
Yeah.
I every couple of months I just, like, binge through everything that I could find. And
Yeah, but that's the thing is, like, I think that coincides because people on YouTube aren't big companies. They're people making stories that they want to make stories about.
Yeah.
And some of them are really, really, really good. Like, some of them are, I would say some of the short films, and there are some features on YouTube as well. Some of those on YouTube, even by smaller channels, are better than some of the big blockbusters that are out today. Which is
I completely
obvious
agree.
when you look at big blockbusters that are like Transformers and like, you know.
Yeah. In my opinion, 8th Grade is a indie short film that made it into a feature-length film in theaters.
I can see that for sure. That definitely has that feeling. Because there's a few films that are like just so good. Like, oh my god, what was the one film? I saw a film a while ago. It was award-winning. Thank God it was award-winning. It was a foreign film. I think it was called Stutter. It was about this dude who has like a really bad stutter. Like
Yeah.
a really, really bad
I wouldn't
stutter.
say it's foreign. Wasn't that like from the UK?
It's still foreign. Like UK
Yeah,
is still
it's foreign to the US, but like, okay.
It's any film that's not in the US is foreign to us.
I feel like any film that's not in English is foreign to us.
We'll just have different definitions, I guess. But anyway, yeah, it was great. So the film, if you haven't seen it, which if you haven't, pause the podcast, go watch it, then come back.
No, don't spoil it. Let people watch it on their own.
I really want to because I want to talk about it.
I mean, you can. You could talk about. Just don't spoil the story.
Okay, fine. I won't spoil the story. However, it's just a really good because I feel like it's a really accurate portrayal of a human being who's struggling with that.
Yeah.
And I can't speak. And a person who has, and the issues that they go through, like the issues that someone with a bad stutter goes through. Like it's, like there's some of the worry. Like he actually goes through. Like they actually go through and like show some of the worries that this person has. And sure, it's got a bit of like a romantic element to it, but they're very real problems that someone with that issue might have.
Yeah. What I like about that film is, well, that short film, whatever, is that they use the romantic element to pull people in.
Yeah.
Like that's like what captures everybody because everybody has that feeling.
Right.
You know, everybody
That's the feeling that everyone can relate to.
Right. And then they use that as like the grip. They pull you in. And then they explain to you throughout the entire film what this guy is going through in very relatable ways.
Right.
Like I completely understood after that film, like what it would be like to struggle with that.
Yeah.
You know, the things that he's concerned about is the things that he's worried about, the issues that he has, like daily things, like you can't call your internet service provider because you can't say the words fast enough and they think that you're not online and they hang up on you. Like that kind of stuff is, I never even thought about something like that before.
Yeah.
You know?
And it's not like these people have any sort of mental issue. Most of them don't. They just have a stutter, and it's just hard for them to get words out. That's really what it is. Like, some of them are really, really, really smart. So, I mean, it's one of those things that like it just really shows like the kind of limitations that people with that kind of condition would have.
Yeah, I feel like it's sort of like a handicap.
Yeah, and it also really shows like how reliant society is on certain things, like how reliant society is on speech and how reliant society is on that sort of thing. Like people who have those issues kind of have to find ways around it.
Yeah.
Which is...
And isn't it amazing that like you could get all of that from a 15-minute short film?
Oh yeah, for sure. It just shows how good the director and the cinematographer and like all, the entire crew was to put that together in such a informative way.
When you guys talk about like movies accurately representing like real life events, two movies come to my mind. It's Fences and Blue Valentine. It's just fathers who care about their family a lot and just fall apart at the seams.
Yeah.
Like, I know, like, dealing with that, it's very hard to do, but it's like, I don't know, somehow, like, those two movies pulled it off super well, and I really had, like, I empathized with the father, even though he was in the wrong most of the time.
Yeah. See, I haven't seen either of those, and I want to watch...
You have to watch both of them.
I want to watch Blue Valentine really bad. I also want to see Fences, because Fences was originally a stage play, and that was... Cuba Gooding Jr., right?
Yeah.
It was older Cuba Gooding because it was recent, but
Oh yeah, it's Denzel Washington in that.
oh, it's
now.
Denzel. I thought
Yeah.
it was Cuba. Okay, so no, it was Denzel Washington, and he liked. Didn't he? I think the story was that he liked the play so much he actually basically paid out of pocket to get the film made because it was such a good story.
Really? I didn't.
Yeah.
I had no clue about that.
That's the story that I heard. I haven't seen it, and I really want to because I heard it's great.
Yeah, you
but
have to. It's super good.
I got to see that. I got to see Blue Valentine because Blue Valentine was actually filmed at Dixon City.
Mm-hmm.
It was not too far from us.
No, it's
Not at
only a half hour, give or take. Yeah, I definitely want to see that. You know what's another one that really comes to mind? Silver Linings Playbook. Silver Linings Playbook. If have you
I've
either
never
seen
watched
it?
Silver Linings. No.
No.
It's really, really good. Amazing film about this this guy in Philly who's dealing with mental issues. He's going to like therapy and stuff, and he meets a girl who's kind of in the same boat, and it's just them trying to like understand each other, but they're both dealing with these mental issues, and they're dealing with all at the same time. They're also dealing with their families and like the problems that they have with their families because of their mental issues. And I think it's really, really good. It's a very, very well done. Whether or not it's a super accurate portrayal, I'm sure that there are some accuracies, but like I'm sure that there are also inaccuracies in all of the films we've mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's going to be 100% perfect.
Yeah.
And everything is going to pretty much be the writer or the director's perspective, so they might experience something differently than you do.
Right.
You know what I mean? So obviously nothing's going to be 100% perfect to what you're going through. But that kind of stuff is out there.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the short films I was watching the other day had like 100 views, 200 views. And they were like amazing.
Yeah.
Like amazing short films that are just underappreciated.
I would love to do like a whole like expose on those kinds of films.
I would be
love to do
awesome.
that. That'd be awesome. Yeah, no, it's great. I love it. Anything else that you were gonna before we got on our tangents, our 8th grade tangent again?
Oh yeah, we circled all the way back.
Yeah, we circled all the way back. We were talking about video games, and
There is one more thing though I want to talk about 8th grade.
Oh my god!
God.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but there was
What is
there,
it one?
there was actually one more thing.
All right.
It's about the way that they filmed it.
Okay.
So when they filmed it, there's a lot of scenes where she is using her phone, and most movies when people are using their phones or like TV shows, they do a screen replacement where they in post they put the phone screen and like the text and all that stuff in afterwards. In 8th grade, they did not do that.
Right.
Everything that you see on her phone was something that they really made. They made all those Instagram accounts. People were messaging her while they were like filming, and then that's what she was talking to. Like all of that happened in real time, and all of it was through actual social media.
Right.
And I think that's just really awesome. It's like when they like broke the phone, and you could see like that was really they really broke a phone, and they really just filmed it like that.
That reminded me a lot of that time we were trying to get the call to come through on Trusted,
Oh my god.
and it took forever. The amount of times that we did that scene.
We shot that so many times.
You know what's funny about that? We didn't even use that scene in the final
No,
product.
we didn't.
We didn't use that scene at all.
The funny thing is, my cell phone number is still on that short film. You can actually see my cell phone number in.
Oh yeah,
when
we
she
didn't
calls.
blur it out or anything.
Nope.
We should have probably did that.
So it's on YouTube. My phone number is on YouTube.
Yeah. If anyone wants to find
Why
it.
would you guys let that happen?
I don't know. Matt didn't say anything.
I didn't think about it
God damn
because
it.
I just got a call one day from the lead actress, if we want to name her.
Sure, Natasha.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So Natasha.
People can see the short film. It's
Yeah,
not like
I mean, it's not like
So
forbidden.
we got a call. I got a call from Natasha. I'm like, why the hell is Natasha calling me? And she's like crying. I'm like, oh shit, what the hell's going on? And she's like, Linda. I'm like, oh my god, they're filming right now.
yeah, you weren't there for that day.
I wasn't there for
forgot.
that-
and
for
she
that
called
day,
you because we were trying to film, and she
Yeah.
needed to call.
Yeah, she needed a method a little bit.
Yeah, she needed a method, so she
And I
called
was
Matt.
like, it's okay, just go get some help. And she's like, I'm trying. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know what the hell to do right now.
Right? It's like you're in like the supermarket. It's
Yeah.
like, calm down. You could hear like her screaming into the
Yeah.
phone, like, stop it.
It's like she's on a film set. It's okay.
That was a fun time.
Oh yeah.
As however that experience happened, like however that experience came out, it was still a lot of fun to do.
Oh yeah.
If you guys haven't seen Trusted, you should watch it because it's not as bad as they make it out to be.
Wow, thanks for the high praise, Brian.
Trusted film on YouTube.
Well, It's actually, yeah, I think the actual channel is just trusted movie.
It's trusted movie. Yeah.
Oh, trusted movie.
Mm-hmm.
But
When you say film instead of movie,
yeah,
holds up monocle.
that whole meme. Speaking of meme lords,
Oh no.
What are we talking about?
iDubbbz.
No. Why are we going back to iDubbbz?
Because he's just a genius. Like, he really is. Like,
He's a good YouTuber. What do
he
you
is.
want?
He makes great content, but he makes content that like
Travis, you're
plays
like a year
into
late.
other people's content.
Yeah, you are. You're a little bit too late on the iDubbbz train.
Right, I know. I'm a little bit too
Do
late.
you see the videos that iDubbbz makes now? He like trapping squirrels and shit.
Yeah, dude. It's fucking. I love that though.
I know.
love
Save the Squirrel Initiative's great.
Yeah.
But it's like you're way late.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but like it's like John Mulaney if he was a Def Jam comic. Like, he couldn't do it then, so he has to do it now.
I still think the way Joji started his career was like the smartest idea for a musician.
Oh, yeah.
Ever. Like,
Whether or not he intention, like, I don't know if that was the intention.
I don't know how much of his fan base actually followed him though.
Oh,
I think a good amount. Seriously.
I would say about.
Probably enough
I would
to justify.
if I had to put a number on it, I'd say probably like 65%. Probably.
Really?
I don't doubt that. Yeah. Well, you followed him, right?
Yeah.
I followed him too.
I did too.
I just think like
100% of the people at Obsidia Studios follow Joji onto his
comedy
music career.
into music is like a great way just to get yourself into the scene because you get to personalize with the audience a lot more before you start your music career.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
And he made great content too.
Yeah.
He made really funny content, even if it was like subpar as far as like actual filming goes, but it was intentional. Like, it's genius. It's just really, it really is.
Oh yeah.
You just love the word genius today.
Today, yeah.
I just think that there are a
accurately,
lot of
he's
people-
Genius.
I think that we're genius too, honestly. Like, I think
Okay.
that
All right, I'll see.
All right.
Matt, sit back down.
Get these keys out of the jingle jangles.
Matt, that wasn't funny at all.
I mean, I'm hilarious. What are you talking about?
It was genius.
For the audio listeners, we have a drum set. We have a drum set right next to us.
Anyway,
Nobody heard that.
probably heard it.
Definitely
fine.
picked it up on my mic.
Corey definitely heard it. He's coming upstairs right now to beat us up.
Where the fuck touched my
Anyway,
drums?
Matt, did you want to say that you were playing video games at some
I
point?
mean, I was playing League. That's about it.
Really?
Yeah.
How are you doing in League?
Oh, dude, I suck at this game. Oh my god, it's been so hard lately.
League is like the most toxic game I've ever seen. In
Yeah,
my
why
life.
are you still
definitely.
playing League?
I like League. I just like playing with my friends. That's probably mostly it.
You have
though.
friends?
League
That-
died
Yeah,
when
you're right.
Donkey left.
I don't give a fuck about Donkey. That's the thing.
Excuse me? All right, that's the end of the podcast.
So,
It's like an unpopular opinion. I don't like Donkey. I don't like his videos.
You like spaghetti and meatballs?
I've actually never seen Donkey.
What?
Yeah.
Oh
Just
my
like I've never
God.
seen a single
All right, we're going
review
to
bra-
Sheets, and we're just watching Donkey.
I've never
Oh
seen a
my
review
God.
review bra video either
my
until
God.
that one you showed me.
Donkey,
Remember?
I'd love to on the H3 podcast, but I'm just not a fan of the jokes. I'll be honest. That's it.
This is
That's
a chicken
fine.
wing.
You're allowed to not like stuff
Yeah.
other people like. Like, it's not.
We getting death
thing.
threats by like one person.
Can we talk about
Me.
identity politics?
No,
We're talking about politics?
Jesus Christ, what is happening? We went from 8th grade to identity politics in like 30 seconds.
we're just degrading. Like,
I'm
we're
trying
just,
to get out of 8th grade.
Yeah. It's hard. It's just really hard. I just can't graduate.
You gotta wait a whole year.
I hate 8th grade. League is hard. I hate Donkey.
All right,
That's where we are.
let's move on.
Let's talk about
What are your favorite YouTubers?
Ooh.
What YouTubers do you actually enjoy?
Like, well, let's do like 2 each.
I can do way more than 2.
I know you could do 2, but that's why I want to keep it to like 2. And then I,
Travis,
want,
we're at 44 minutes. We have time.
I know.
Oh, we have
let's
plenty of time.
let's do 2, and then we can actually go into like explanations of why.
I have 5. I'm gonna do 5.
I'm going to do 2.
It's fine.
I'm gonna do 3.
Okay.
Breaking his own rules.
Probably not. I don't know. I have 2 that I like. So
All right,
go ahead, Brian.
Matt, would you like to start?
You want
Should
me
I
to start off?
Go ahead. You haven't been talking much.
Yeah, I know.
There's not much to say.
All right. Right now I'm really into fishing. Like I love fishing.
Okay.
So I watched this guy. He I actually think of him as like the Peter McKinnon of fishing.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Like his two favorite things to do are fish and film.
Yeah.
And so his name's John B on YouTube. He makes like Peter McKinnon style videos just of like just him bass fishing.
I need to see this.
Yeah, it's really cool.
You send me these.
It's
Send
like
me a link to one
okay.
that you like.
It's just like it's a little bit more budget, but it's I still think like his
Fine.
the way he does everything is fantastic.
Yeah.
The other one, oh jeez, I don't even know how many other channels I watch. I guess I like iDubbbz a lot.
Yeah.
I watch a lot of iDubbbz videos.
It's fair. He is pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
That was a
go,
cop-out,
out, though, honestly.
Travis, I have the longest list. I think you should go first.
So I think I'm gonna do 3. I don't know. I have a ton, but
Oh wait, hold on. We didn't cop out and say our favorite channel is Obsidia Studios.
Oh yeah, yeah. My favorite channel is Obsidia Studios. Check us out on Facebook, YouTube, and
Unless I stole Brian's joke, I don't know.
No.
no. I watch a ton of Casey Neistat. I know he's like super out like popular, and like people think that's uncool now because he's super popular.
Mm-hmm.
But like I love his videos. I love his style. I think he has a really unique style, and I think it really comes across well in the way he structures his stories. So I really like a lot of his vlogs and a lot of his content. I love Peter McKinnon. I love that sort of like super cinematic B-roll tutorial style video. I like the way he structures his videos a lot too, because like it's Casey Neistat with it, but like if Casey Neistat were a movie studio, I guess is the best way I could possibly
That makes
put it.
sense.
It's very cinematic. It's very cool, and he just does an overall great job. He works with Matty Hapuya now, which he used to do travel feels back in the day. Now he's just known as Matty Hapuya. He's actually like a figurehead for it, and he works with him. But if I had to, my third he's fairly recent. Dan Mace, who is friends with Casey Neistat. He actually like lives with him in New York, and he does videos every Wednesday. But his style is really out there, like even more so than Casey's. And his videos are so much. There's just so much that goes into them that he can only release weekly, like once a week. Whereas Casey releases every day, so his videos don't have as much as far as like production into them. They're still really good. They're just not as like heavily edited as like Dan Mace, who like literally finds clips of like old videos that he saw and like mixes it together and like does like weird stuff. Like he puts like paper mache models up and like he's so weird and out there, and I love it. And he's always really honest too, which I really love. He's always tries to be honest with his audience, and I love the YouTubers that are just honest with their audience and like try to be as honest as possible.
Yeah. Good choices.
Those are 3, but I can name a billion others.
I literally just watch like random YouTube videos though.
Yeah.
I'll just go
it's
down the
whatever I'm
recommended
feeling.
list. And
I'll tell you what.
keep going.
Let's dive a little bit into my nerdy side, just because I want to. I watch a ton of Best in Slot. He does like Jurassic Park videos, like Jurassic Park, like different like Jurassic Park kind of stuff, like Jurassic Park content. But it's all like Jurassic World Evolution, because Jurassic World Evolution came out. Before that, it was like theories on what was going to be in Jurassic World Evolution. Like that's all he does is like Jurassic World stuff.
You know, yeah, I'll dive into my side too because I watch All Shift X, who they're Game of Thrones theorists. They do a lot of like Game of Thrones theories, like in depth, like 30-minute video.
I've been doing that with a lot of Lord of the Rings lore videos.
Yeah, I like those, and I also watch Super Carlin Brothers. They do Harry Potter theories also.
Yeah, good old Super Carlin Brothers. I love their Pixar theory video. I know they didn't come up with it.
I'm like super niche when it comes to Super Carlin Brothers. I'll only watch the Harry Potter ones. I'll just leave the Pixar ones away.
Damn, that's pretty crazy.
I love like the fandom theory videos though. Those are probably one of my favorites. I used to watch a lot of.
I watch a lot of fandom theory videos.
Yeah,
so,
like
Jurassic Park, Lord of the Rings, like
Star Wars, like the Stupendous Waves.
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
What about you, Brian?
All right, so at the top of the list, we have to start with somebody bigger. And these aren't in any sort of order, by the way.
I like how you wrote these down. That just shows how the studios run. It's Brian writes everything down, and we just kind of like try our best.
We spitball it.
The first one is Philip DeFranco.
I love
because
Philip.
I feel like he is just such a valuable source of news, unbiased news, which is really hard to come by. Like obviously he gives his opinion, but it's very minimal.
And he makes sure
he lets you know when it's his opinion.
Yeah. That's the thing is it's very clear when it's his opinion. It's very very clear when it's fact, and that's I agree. I agree with you 100% on that.
Good old Philly D.
Yeah, I feel like we just need more unbiased news sources. So there's that Cinemassacre, because just James Rolfe has always been like an inspiration of mine. Like, even when I was really young. Well, not really, really young, but like 7th grade. Because I was around like 2007, like when his videos were starting to like.
Would you say that you watched him in 8th grade?
Yeah, I did actually. But around like 7th grade, 7th and 8th grade, I got like a video camera that my dad's girlfriend had, and I would like go outside and just like shoot like videos, because I would watch like James Rolfe stuff. And I just loved it so much, and I would just want to like go out and like film.
Yeah.
So I guess like he's probably like my biggest inspiration for filming, at least like, you know, as far as the past is concerned.
Right.
Next one, report of the week. I don't know what to say. Like, he's just such a genuine person, and like he's doing what he wants to do, and like I watch his videos, I listen to his radio shows. It's just a great wholesome person.
And it's really interesting because his videos aren't edited at all.
Barely, yeah. It's rare that he edits his stuff. He's just...
Are they usually like one take?
Usually a one-take guy, yeah.
Wow.
And he plays... It's a character. Like, he obviously plays a character.
We're not going to talk about whether or not he's a character.
I'm pretty sure he's a character. But
we're not going to talk about it.
The fact that he's able to, like, hold it for that long and not, like, just die laughing...
We don't know that.
All right, Brian.
What am I on? My 4th?
Yeah.
My 4th is the gaming historian. Because there's a lot of channels that try to go in depth on things and like explain like the history of things. Not as much as Norm does. I think like Ahoy might be up there with some of their videos that they do. But Norm with the gaming historian is like, every video is good. Every video is interesting. Every video is like well thought out, well planned out, well executed. And it's almost like a full documentary style. Like, it's not the standard like just voiceover and like bring up some bullet points. He like puts work into these. Like, these are good quality videos. So yeah, gaming historian would be my 4th.
I agree with the Ahoy sentiment. I think that Ahoy, the reason he's so in depth is because he has so much. He does it such long videos. There are usually like an hour or more.
Yeah. And my 5th, as I promised 5. My 5th is internet comment etiquette with Eric.
I've only watched a few of his videos, but I really like the ones I've seen.
Internet comment etiquette is so good. Just, I can't put it into words. Like, if you like humor and you like people tweeting shit at Ted Cruz, just watch his videos.
Why don't you explain that to Matt? Because I don't think he watches it.
No, I don't.
So, internet comment etiquette is basically a channel where this guy goes through internet comment sections and teaches people internet comment etiquette, and like writes out like these paragraph long just ridiculous comments, and they're always hilarious. But he'll do like little bits where he'll like, now let's send a tweet at Ted Cruz, and he'll just say something completely absurd. Like, I think he sent pictures of him like eating eating like an ice pop to Ajit Pai when the whole what was happening?
Net neutrality
thing was happening. You would like tweet him like pictures of him like eating an ice pop and just like just ridiculous stuff. And his comedy is always on point. So I would say he's probably my 5th. And those were all like really big YouTubers. Like, obviously there's a lot of people that I watch that are just, you know, small, and like we were talking about before, like Shady Sadie and like people like that are just doing their thing.
That's like I was watching, I said this before, I was watching reaction videos to Asian Jake Paul iDubbbz diss track, which I think is great, by the way. I really enjoy it. Just wanted to put that out there. But I was watching different like reaction videos to it, and I stumbled upon a reaction video of this transsexual girl in is a girl now.
Male to female,
male to female. So she's a girl now.
Yeah.
But she lives in Australia. She's Australian, and basically she, I don't like to stereotype people, but she looks like a stereotypical like SJW. Like, she has like.
Am I gonna have to cut this out, Travis?
No. I just want to mention, like, I don't stereotype people, and like I'm not that kind of person, but like, she has the blue hair, like the short blue hair, the piercings, that kind of thing. Very pretty girl. Like, she's not bad looking at all. But she did a reaction video to the Tanamongo Mongu, Tana Mongu.
Tana Mango.
Tana Mango.
I was gonna say
Tana
that.
Mongoose.
Tana Mongeese.
Tana Mongoose.
TanaCon.
Tana, yeah, that video. She did a reaction to that, and I was reading some of the comments, and some of the comments were like, I thought you were gonna be the stereotypical SJW getting enraged at blah blah blah, and she was like, a lot of it in support of what iDubbbz was saying.
Yeah.
She didn't agree with everything. She didn't agree with some of the everything is okay, nothing is okay type of thing. There was a few points that she brought up that were, but that's the thing, is like she listened, and she brought up points, and she did a really good job of just like explaining her view and like describing like how she felt about it, and like not getting enraged and not like, you know, going super like in rage mode like.
Well, you know, a lot of people are like that. I would say the majority are able to do that. The issue is when people go off of like headline news or like Twitter news.
Yeah.
Like Twitter, like tweets are basically headlines. You're never going to get a full in-depth an understanding of something by reading it on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I feel like when people have this format, like a YouTube video, to react to something in real time, and like they could pause the video and they could talk about, you know, illustrate points that they want to hit on, I feel like people are going to be more well articulated.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I agree, 100%. And that, not only that, but my point of bringing that up was that I liked her so much. Like, I liked her reaction so much, I subscribed. And she's one of those YouTubers that she only has a few thousand subs, a few thousand views on the video. It's like she's fairly small, and I think she totally deserves the subs. So,
what is her username, Travis? We'll shout her out.
I don't remember. Let me look it up real quick.
Okay.
Give me like 2 seconds.
You could turn your phone off airplane mode. It's fine.
Yeah, if you hear like weird stuff, don't worry about it.
But yeah, I love smaller YouTubers like that, because it's just, most of the time they're just genuine people. You know what I mean? And it's really nice to see that.
Yeah, I love it. It's really, really cool. I'm not gonna go to my YouTube history because that's a bad idea.
Travis.
My YouTube history is literally just reaction videos to
3
Asian
hours
Jake Paul.
of Asian Jake Paul.
Let me scroll through my YouTube history real quick. We'll see what's going on.
Yeah, how about we just read through our YouTube histories? Let's
Okay.
see if anybody likes that podcast.
That sounds like a great podcast.
We're
idea.
losing our audience so fast.
Hey man, it happens.
Just keep talking while I figure out where my subs are.
Want to talk about 8th grade a little more?
No, definitely not.
Oh, it makes me mad. It was such a good movie.
Yeah,
What?
I got Rooster Teeth Animated Adventures.
Okay. Not bad.
My top 5 swords for aesthetic/practical reasons.
Okay.
Her name is Ordinary Ray, and Ray is spelled RAE.
Oh, okay.
It's 85,000, so I mean she is kind of a little bit bigger of a
That's
YouTuber.
Travis.
We have a cursed BuzzFeed video.
She only has 4.7 thousand subscribers.
We have Real Bomb Squad defuses a bomb and keep talking and nobody explodes.
Yeah, she only has 4.7 thousand subscribers, but the video itself, the iDubbbz video, has 85,000. But that's because, you know, people are watching.
We got Robot versus Lobsters.
I got is Honey Sesame Chicken the best Panda Express item? And then it cuts off.
I'm going to put my phone back on airplane mode. We're going to go back to discussing other stuff.
Let's see what else I have in here. Use your Canon DSLR as a webcam with OBS. There, you guys got a sneak peek into what we're frustrated over.
Yeah.
Was Nagini a woman?
Pete Davidson coping with a family tragedy. It's a stand-up special, I promise.
All right, so
That's some Steve Hofstetter because
let's talk about let's talk about our recent flea market and
flea market madness.
flea market madness. It's not really. It was more like Goodwill stores.
Flea market calmness.
Yeah.
It was very chill. We didn't really get much. I got Scarface for $5, and that was the game, the PS2 game. Which
Yeah,
is
you
kinda
wanted that really
rare.
bad, right?
Yeah, I mean it's not rare. It's just expensive, more expensive other places.
Mhm.
I basically got it for like half off.
Brian,
I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Do you want to talk about the one thrift store we went to with you and Mary and me.
The Christian clothing store?
Yes.
Oh my god.
The one that me and Brian go to all the time.
Yeah.
That place is insane.
It's great. It's such a great thrift store.
But I feel like everything is stolen from there.
Oh, totally.
Oh yeah, for
that
sure.
store is sketchy.
Oh,
They have a
bad.
sign on the door that says no donations,
Yep.
but it's a thrift store.
That doesn't add up to
I
me.
know.
They have
They
to like
have so much stuff.
the only way that they have like the only way that I could think that they do it is like they have to like bid for like storage, like do storage
okay.
auctions.
Yeah,
Well,
like
it has to
like
be like
pallets.
it has to be like a Gabe's kind of thing where they get stuff that isn't like selling.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it has to be something like that because all the clothing is really good quality. Like it's not like
Yeah.
not to like knock on thrift store clothing at all, but like when you go to thrift
It
stores,
doesn't look used.
Yeah, exactly. Like the thrift store clothing is like it's obviously used. Like it's obviously
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
You'll go up to like, and most shirts will have still have the tags on them in this store.
yeah, like they're brand new shirts,
Yeah.
brand new dresses, brand new shoes.
There's like
Brand-
Louis
brand
Vuitton
new-
bags in there and
brand
stuff.
new blenders for like $60. Like this isn't a thrift store. But then it has like a bin full of DVDs and CDs. And
Just
like
like
video
old-
games off
And
to the side.
VHSs. They have a whole section of VHSs.
which I dropped.
Yeah.
I dropped a whole set of VHSs.
It was
my God.
awesome. They've actually redone their where they stack stuff, so that won't happen again.
Oh, thank God. So I'm
But-
clumsy. I think I'm the clumsiest person I know.
Yeah, it's the weirdest thrift store I've ever been to. And we've been to quite a bit in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're trying to
Our-
get to more too, because
On
like
our
we
search
want to
for
really start thrifting a lot more. How about that fog machine I found?
Oh my God, we found a fog machine at a Goodwill.
Yeah.
It was a Salvation
It was a
Army.
Salval, yeah.
We found this fog machine that was
like
like
$15.
$15 for
Did
a
you buy
full
it?
fog machine.
No, I wanted to so bad
Why'd you not buy the fog
because
machine?
I was stupid and I was like, "What am I ever going to use this?" And then I'm like, "Oh, well,
We film!
I know," and we do photo shoots.
That's what we do!
I didn't know how to use it though, so I was like scared that I was going to get it and it wasn't going to work or something.
Google
that was
is your
part of it.
friend.
It's $15. It's a good investment.
I feel like I need to get it.
Yeah.
I feel like we should go back and
We
get
should.
it.
We should go
Definitely.
back and get it. I want to go to like out of area flea market, not
Yeah.
flea markets, but like thrift stores.
I agree.
Like towards like bigger cities.
Well, I do want to go like out of area flea markets as well. There's a really big one in Allentown I want to go to.
I want to go like to Allentown. I want to go closer to Philly.
I wanna
wanna
go to
like
hometown.
I want to hit Goodwills like all the way down to Philly.
I want to go to hometown farmers market so bad.
I feel like the closer we get to Philly with Goodwills, like the more we're gonna find.
True.
You guys should just go to auctions.
Auctions? I'm not
Yeah.
about that life.
Yeah. Not about bidding for that.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
Some of
yeah,
it might
but like I don't have that kind of money.
Yeah.
I have like $1 for a DVD here and there. Like, I'm not. I can't.
Just
yeah.
show up with $20 and try to figure out what you can buy there at an auction.
Speaking of only having $1 for a DVD here and there,
Yeah.
anyone want to talk about the Patreon?
You gonna buy Moonwalkers?
Oh,
You gonna
I
buy
guess
us Moonwalkers?
Travis started a Patreon, I guess.
I did start a Patreon. I have to fix it though. I don't like the way it's set up right now.
You gonna plug your Patreon?
No,
Oh, okay.
not right now. Not until it's actually.
You just said you want to talk about the Patreon.
No, I meant the one for Obsidia Studios.
We don't have a Patreon.
It'll happen.
We're not gonna
We're
have
gonna
one.
do it.
Travis, we haven't announced it yet. Stop talking about it. It's not even like in production.
All right.
Yeah, we get nothing.
I don't even know if I want to do a Patreon.
I don't know, man. I feel like it'd just be a good way to do stuff.
Give us free money.
We're not going to argue about the semantics of doing a Patreon.
All right. Well, let's talk about like literally anything else.
What else is there?
I went to a fire the other night at my friend Taylor's house, and my friend Sam brought her new puppo, and it is the cutest puppo of all time.
Well, now we have to like throw pictures up or something because nobody knows what
Yeah.
you're talking about.
I'm
It's
gonna have
fine.
to send Brian.
We don't have to throw pictures. I'll just kind of describe it. It's a black and white. Kind of looks like the Scottish Terriers, but it's like almost all white but has black spots. But
Is his
I
name
guess
Spot.
what?
Is his name Spot?
No.
Damn.
She named it Archie,
Oh, okay.
which is a great name.
I respect that.
It's like it's short for Archer.
Like from the Gorgonites.
No, like from the show.
Of the Gorgonites.
Sure.
Archer.
I don't know. I've never
King
seen
of the
Archer.
Gorgonites.
To be fair, I've never seen Archer.
Yeah, I've also never seen Archer.
Neither have I. I'm not referencing the TV show.
What are we talking about then?
I'm referencing the hit 1990s film Small Soldiers.
Oh man, you got me. Cult classic apparently.
Archer. I remember now.
Yes. God.
Jesus. All right.
Man, Small Soldiers was a film. Anyway, I just wanted to mention that this pupper was super cute, and I felt bad for it because apparently it was neglected. So
Now or before?
no, like before
Don't
Sam
call out
got
Sam
it.
like that.
No,
Did you just
apparently
out your friend?
no, it was neglected beforehand, so it's super cuddly because like I guess it didn't get the love that it wanted. So like you put it on your like it actually like is like a baby, like it'll just like curl up on your shoulder and like it is so cute.
Aw.
I love it.
I love dogs. I want a dog so bad.
I also want to talk about how much I hate Speak Out, that game where you put the thing in your mouth, you have to like say words. Like we tried to play that, and I just drooled so much, and I hate everything about that game.
See?
Do you hate it as much as you hate New Jersey?
Yes,
Oh, wow.
actually, if I play Speak Out in New Jersey, it might be the worst time of my life.
All right, and I know what we're doing next time we go to New Jersey Gamercon.
You
I'm
start
gonna-
playing like with New Jerseyans, playing Speak Up, be like, "What are you talking about?"
The fuck was that?
That almost sounded like racism, but it's not. Like it's just like statism,
yeah,
Statism.
which isn't as bad as racism, objectively.
dude, I've been watching The Sopranos. I know what New Jersey's talk like.
I can't be statist. I watched The Sopranos.
How is The Sopranos?
Oh, dude, I love it.
Yeah.
I'm still in the first season, but it's getting good.
Is it as good as Twin Peaks?
I think I like The Sopranos more than Twin Peaks right now. Yes,
That's fine.
You know, I've never seen The Sopranos, but I only know about the one thing, how it ends. Like,
very abruptly.
Like how the podcast is going to end this episode?
yeah,
No.
I've never seen The Sopranos. I heard it's great. We did find a DVD collection of The Sopranos,
Oh,
I
yeah,
know.
we
I
did,
was so
right?
excited.
Um,
and I kind of want to talk about Disenchantment because Disenchantment, the Matt Groening series on Netflix, is so funny.
I couldn't get past the second episode.
Yeah,
It reminded me too much of like modern Simpsons.
I mean,
Like the humor felt very just not. It didn't feel as smart as Futurama.
no, but I feel like it's the first season. And I think he's getting back into the swing of things.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'm open to finish it. I
definitely want to finish it. I passed the third or fourth episode at this point. I think there's 10.
yeah, probably.
Like 9 or 10?
That sounds about right for a Netflix series.
I think that we should watch it and we should discuss it.
Yeah, I'd be open to
It'd
that.
be a good time. We should also start playing some video games for Obsidia Studios because it'd be fun. It would just be a fun like activity that we could just do together and have a good time. Like, did you play any of the video games that you bought at the flea market?
No.
No, not yet.
No.
You got an Xbox recently though.
Yeah, and I've been playing Gears of War, and that's about it.
That was Gears of War.
The same as it was in 2007.
I understand that, but like,
Is it nostalgic?
how do you feel about it? Like, how much did you like it back in 2007?
One thing I noticed is the graphics aren't as good as they were back then.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's like, because I vividly remember playing that game and being like, this game looks amazing. Like, I remember that being like, the whole like point was, wow, look how good this game looks.
Yeah.
And now I looked at it, I'm like, wow, this looks like it was on the PS2. That's about where I'm at.
Amazing. Yeah, no, there are some games where I'm like that. Like, you could really see it in PS1 games. Like, PS1 did not, like, none of those games aged well at all. Like, I play Spyro a lot, and Spyro is just like, it's so bad graphically. Like,
I'm trying to think about one game that actually really aged well.
Shadow of the Colossus aged really well. That was on the PS2.
Yeah, that game aged well.
Oh,
Like,
really?
yeah.
That was on PS2? Mm-hmm. Wow.
That game aged really well. I mean, it still looks, like a PS2 game, but like it looks like it definitely could have been a game that was on the PS3 or a game that was on like a later console. Like it was very, very good for its time.
I agree.
You know what else aged really well? King Kong, original King Kong.
The movie?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's stop motion.
Yeah.
It can't age poorly.
True.
Because it was like real. Like, it was a physical thing. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like practical effects have always just aged better
Yes.
than CGI.
Like Jurassic Park.
Yeah. Jurassic Park has aged so well.
Yes.
So well. I don't
Because
know
it's
how they did it.
practical.
What?
It's practical. That's why.
Oh, some of it's practical, but even like some of the CGI looks really good. Like it looks
Yeah.
better than some of the current movies. I don't know what it is like. So it's really interesting you mentioned Jurassic Park because for I think it was the 20th anniversary. They brought it back to theaters in 3D. Like they redid it on 3D. It was probably the best 3D experience I've ever had.
Yeah, they're doing that again. Well, not in 3D, but they're bringing it back to theaters.
To theaters, and I definitely want to go with you because I know you've never seen it.
I don't think I've seen the original Jurassic Park.
Are you
I know
serious?
I've seen Lost World. I don't think I've seen the original.
Wow.
Yeah, and I want you to see it because it's great. It's fantastic. It's a great movie.
I think it's interesting. I grew up with Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm so sorry.
Actually, no. Like, it's actually my favorite movie because I grew up with it so much. Like, my favorite Jurassic Park movie. It's like liking The Phantom Menace. Everybody,
you ever get the
like...
feeling in the pit of your stomach where you just feel really sick?
Yeah,
That's what just
everybody-
happened to me.
Everybody hates you because of that one little thing. It's just like, oh, you like Phantom
I
Menace.
thought the Phantom Menace was okay.
Phantom Menace was better than Clone Wars by far.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Uh,
But yeah, I actually like Jurassic Park 3 just because I remember just sitting in my my great uncle's basement. He has like this big old TV.
listen, Jurassic Park 3 definitely wasn't as bad as the Clone Wars. It wasn't good,
And like the
but
biggest sound
it
system.
wasn't as bad as the Clone Wars. So it's
Oh,
got
no.
something going for it.
God, Clone Wars is so bad.
Oh my god, not the series, the movie.
Yes.
Yeah.
For anyone who,
They redeemed it with the series.
yeah, the series was
Attack of
great.
the Clones, not the Clone Wars.
Yeah, Attack of the Clones.
Oh yeah. It is Attack of the Clones.
We fail the Star Wars fans.
Yeah. I
Well,
know,
I mean, it's
I
a
do.
bad movie, so
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
Um,
That one doesn't count.
yeah, but 25th anniversary of Jurassic Park. I definitely want to see it with you. I wish you could see it in 3D because it was fantastic. The only time I've ever had a better 3D experience was when I saw How to Train Your Dragon 2
Really?
because they did the 3D just so well in How to Train Your Dragon 2.
3D actually makes me nauseous. I can't sit through a 3D movie without feeling sick to
See,
my
I'm
stomach.
I'm not like that. I think it's a motion sickness thing, which is weird because I get motion sick in cars a lot.
Yeah, see, I'm like the opposite of you. I don't get motion sick in cars. I tried to play VR Skyrim a little while back. I almost threw up like 5 minutes into the game.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not like that at all. I can do VR no problem.
No, VR's rough for me.
I want to do more VR stuff too. Like I just don't have the money to buy an HTC Vive to
Yeah.
do VR stuff.
Yeah.
The Oculus is picking up though, dude. It's
Is it
getting
Is it
really good.
better?
Mm-hmm.
Because I know for a while it was lagging behind the HTC.
No, I think it's like a little bit behind the Vive now, but I think it's getting up there to be on par with it.
That's gonna be awesome. I'm excited. I'm excited to see where the Oculus goes from here.
Yeah.
It's gonna shoot into the stratosphere, maybe. Literally, like on a space shuttle.
Okay.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What's next, guys?
We were on the It Might Be Gaming Cast. We filmed it yesterday, but it will be out on Wednesday, so a day before this podcast comes
Yep.
out. Don't let me get you all confused with the dates and stuff. Just know that when this is out, It Might Be Gaming Cast will be out.
Yeah, it's
So-
we were on number 29.
Number 29, we talked about gaming stuff mostly,
Yeah.
and then we talked about a little bit of our stuff, some little bit of political stuff was sprinkled
You
in
talked
there.
about ROM.
Talked about the whole
ROM
ROM situation with Nintendo. So if you guys want to hear my thoughts on Nintendo pretty much like strong-arming ROMs off the internet,
Emu Paradise specifically.
MU Paradise.
Is it Emu Paradise?
MU later.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't want to know what Emu
Emu
Paradise is.
Emu. Like, listen,
they made the same joke on the CU podcast, so I can't even, we
Emu
can't even
Paradise.
take credit for
Damn.
that. Yeah, I know, right?
I was ready.
But yeah, if you want to hear my opinion on that and Travis's sort of opinion, you don't really talk much on
No,
that
I didn't
one.
talk much on that one.
It's
I
like
talked
me
way
on
more
this
on
one.
this one.
Yeah, if you want to check that out, It Might Be Gaming on YouTube. We'll post their links in the description on the YouTube video, like we do.
Next podcast, we may have a new movie to discuss for you. Maybe if we decide to go see it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we might go see Black Klansman.
We're gonna
tomorrow.
go see 9th grade tomorrow, and hopefully that's
Ninth
better.
grade.
It's better than 8th grade.
It's not going to be because 8th grade was a perfect movie.
You can only have so many perfect movies, Brian.
It's fine. But
right.
yeah, we might go see Black Klansman tomorrow. So if that's good, we'll talk about it in 2 weeks
Yeah.
when it's like not in our memories anymore.
When are we going back to Easton?
I don't know. Angel hasn't let me know when the renovations are going to be done.
Cool. I just wanted to ask.
I did want to talk a little bit about retrospective though, because
Yeah, let's close
I
it
went
out.
on, like,
Let's
a-
close it out with actually plugging something that we've been
I
doing.
went on a Twitter rant yesterday,
Yeah.
and I don't know if you guys saw it or not.
I'm pretty sure I liked it.
Yeah, I snapped for some reason. It was like 4 a.m. I had G Fuel for the first time, so I was like destroyed.
Oh yeah, he
like Coke,
partook in
dude.
G Fuel.
Yeah, I couldn't sleep at all. So I was on Twitter and I went on like a little bit of a rant. about why I wanted to do retrospective. And a big thing for me is that these businesses, these arcades, they don't get the exposure they deserve.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like what they're doing. I like the whole preservation of gaming. I like preservation in general, preservation of history. Like, that's what this is. And the fact that these people are restoring these games to a point where you could go into an arcade and relive an experience that somebody in the 80s did by going into an arcade and playing these games with your friends. Like, they've immortalized that arcade experience.
Mm-hmm.
And I want to immortalize that. I want to immortalize their actions. Because passion. I feel like it's so important. Like, it's these people are putting their lives pretty much, well, I guess like their financial lives at risk to do this. Like, this is their business. Like, it's such a risk because these arcades,
they went out of
a lot of them
reason.
start and a lot of them go out of business. Yeah. There's very few that stay on top. You know what I mean? And I'm scared that eventually they're just going to go away.
Yeah. Because
these people that are nostalgic for them, you know, they're getting older. Well, they're getting to the point where they have the spare money to go do these things. But in 10, 20 years, you know, they might not have that same passion for it. They might not, you know, lives change. You know what I mean? So I want to just do something to immortalize where we are now. Because I feel like we're at an equally important time now as we were back in the 80s. You know what I mean? Because we unfortunately didn't get to see arcades in their prime. We get to see the resurgence of that.
Right.
We get to see the resurgence of these people and their passion for video games, and it's just a wonderful thing. Like, people are talking about making new arcade cabinets.
Yeah.
People are re-releasing new NES games. Like, we're living in a time where people are... It's like nostalgia is in full effect, and it's beyond the point of nostalgia. Like, people are trying to bring it back.
Right.
And I think it's a beautiful thing, and I just want to be there to capture it.
I'm with you.
And that's why I started the company.
Yeah.
And why I started Retrospective, because I want to capture this, and I want to preserve it in a way that is deserving of the material.
Yeah, and I feel like Obsidia Studios, like the company, is just a great outlet. Like, it's a great outlet for our creativity. Like,
it really is.
No matter if we decide, like, we want to stick with the nostalgia stuff or if we want to branch off and do other stuff. Like,
we're already doing other stuff.
Yeah,
like,
we want to. We want to do short films. We want to do, like, other stuff that has some stuff that it has nothing to do with video games in general.
Like the Kaiju and Friends stuff.
Yeah.
For example.
Like, but, like, I mean, even, like, with pop culture in general. Like, we want to do,
like, short films.
Like, actual short films and stuff. Like, I think it's just a great umbrella and a creative outlet where we can really just express ourselves in ways all the ways that we want to, you know?
I agree. But the core of what we are right now is...
nostalgia-based.
Preservation.
Yeah.
In a sense.
But, like, once Retrospective is over... which someday it will be. Everything comes to an end. That's just the way it is.
We might only do one season. We might do more.
We might do multiple. But even if we do multiple, eventually it has to end. Like, even if we do 3 seasons...
we're going to run out of arcades eventually.
Yeah. Like, it can't go on forever.
Being honest. We're gonna run out of interesting arcades. You know, how many times... how many, like, small 10, you know, cabinet arcades can we do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's fair. But I agree, like, preservation is super important, and that's a great reason to start. I think it's a great reason to start a company in general, is just to, like, get that out there. But I also think that now that it's up and running and kind of, like, going, it's something that we could definitely use to motivate ourselves for future stuff.
Oh, yeah. I've felt way more motivated than I have in the past. Just ever since these past few months, like, since May, when we went out to Timeline.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I've just been on, like, a streak of just doing things.
Yeah.
Like
we said before, we filmed 7 episodes of Kaiju and Friends.
I moved my bed out of my room every day for a week.
Yeah. It was insane. Remember when we did 2 episodes and one of them didn't turn out?
That happened twice.
Yeah. So technically we filmed 9 episodes, right?
We did. There's like 9 or 10 episodes of Kaiju and Friends, and only 7 of them were usable.
Yeah. Amazing. But that's so awesome. Like, it's just great. And I'm really enjoying it. And Matt needs to join us on more stuff because, you know, Matt's being Matt.
Hi, hello.
When we go back down to Sea Angel, he'll definitely be down for that. So we'll have a good time filming down there and
Yeah. So
playing games and eating pizza with Angel again.
if you guys like that or anything that we do, or you want to watch some stuff or listen to some stuff, at Obsidia Studios on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Obsidia Studios is the YouTube channel. You can also go to obsidiastudios.com where we have everything. That's Retrospective, Kaiju and Friends, the podcast, all the social media links right on the website. Go check it out.
Absolutely. I do also want to plug the It Might Be Gaming Cast. We did like we said before, we did a podcast with them. Their gaming channel. They're on Twitch at It Might Be Gaming. They are also on YouTube, I believe.
At It Might Be Gaming Channel.
It Might Be Gaming Channel,
I believe.
And I believe they have a Facebook as well. So they also have It Might Be Gaming Facebook. So and an
check them out.
And
They
an
stream,
Instagram, right?
They stream every Monday, and they do their podcasts. The podcasts are live on Sundays. They go up on Wednesdays.
Yep.
So check them out. They're all really good dudes, and Mike's been helping us out a lot with just everything. So
yeah, for sure.
He's awesome. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you all have a wonderful day, night, morning, whatever it is there.
Yep. Have a good one.
Goodbye.
Bye, guys.
If you like that, you can check out more at obsidiastudios.com.